He'll be all right. Get you to town. He'll be all right.
How long since your horse had a drink, mister?
What's troubling you? I bring an unconscious man in here, and all you care about is how much water my horse drinks.
Look yonder. I don't mean to be inhospitable, mister, but this tree's a-dying for the lack of a drink. Trees a-dying, towns a-dying, we're all dying for a little water.
It is pretty serious, stranger. Thanks for bringing me in.
We're really grateful. Come in and have a cup of coffee, Mr.
My name is Rocky Lane, ma'am. Are you his wife?
No, I'm Mary Gay Sanders. His name is Benson, Jim Benson.
Oh, I see.
While you're fixing the coffee, Mary Gay, I'll straighten Lane out on this situation. Howard, get me that map I drawed for you. I want to show Lane something here. Now, here we are, mister. Cottonwood Springs, right here. Them two lines practically meet right where you're standing, mister. Why, this here town is the greatest junction point in the whole West. Stands to reason a big city ought to be here.
Yeah, but you need water.
Yeah, need it for the freight wagons and the express ponies are coming down out of the mountains. Need it for a mule skinner to take a bath or a rider to wash his shirt out if he wants to. Why, this is the place to rest from your labors, like it says in the... And you can't do that without water.
Guess it's my turn to save your life, stranger.
My friends call me Rocky.
Well, Rocky, then. The least I can do in return is to keep you from being talked to death. You staying on?
I plan on staying long enough to get a meal and a bath.
Huh?
I mean a wash.
I'd like to buy you that meal.
I'm the cook.
I'm working up an appetite right now.
I'm sorry about your reception. He talks a lot, but Nugget's a good express agent.
Did you say Nugget?
Yeah, that's me, Nugget Clark. Express agent, scientist, and student of human nature. Just stick around and watch me get rich, Rocky.
How's that?
Gonna make myself $10,000 any day now. That's right, ain't it? Yeah, you betcha. Got me a system for finding water, and the town's agreed to pay me $10,000 when it works.
It's only good business. Best bid we've had is $25,000 to build an aqueduct.
$25,000. You mean this town raised $25,000?
Why, yes, there's some big ranches around here. And the two freight lines each put up $5,000. Might say I'm holding the bag.
How's that?
Well, my bank went out on a limb with mortgages and loans.
Don't worry about it, Ralph. Don't even think about it. Why, that system of mine is going to bring in water any day now.
What is your system?
Well, I call it the Nugget Clark Earth Beat System. I go out with my stethoscope and listen to the earth. I send off a shock and then listen to the way it travels through the ground.
Shock.
Yeah, dynamite.
Dynamite? You mean you go around the country setting off dynamite blasts?
Yeah.
Forget it, Rocky.
That must have been what happened to you.
Just what did happen, Jim? How about that, Lane? Did he get blown up in an explosion?
Well, all I know is I was riding across country when all of a sudden something blew up. And Jim here was in the middle of it.
Nugget, get your dynamite together and turn it in. We'll lock it up.
You're a menace to life and limb.
Oh, you four freshers are just trying to keep me from finding water. Trying to welch on your bargain, huh? Let me go, you coyote.
Let him go. I'm the only one that's been hurt by Nugget's blasting. I think he's right. Looks to me like you could find water that way. My freight company's got a big stake in the Aqueduct Fund. Nugget's got a way of returning most of our money to us. We'd be kind of crazy to stop it.
Jim, I ain't gonna forget this. Now, leave me alone. I got important business to transact.
What's the matter with you? Leave my horses alone.
Sorry, stranger. Thought they were running away.
That's Muley Price. He always comes into town that way. Besides, scientific fact. Horse doesn't want to step on you.
When I was a kid on my dad's ranch, we must have had a lot of unscientific horses. By the way, I've got some business with you.
Express company business?
Yeah.
Come on. Invention. The Nugget Clark remote door closer. Works on balances and counterbalances. Got no commercial value. Now, what's this business of yours?
I'm a range detective. Somebody here in Cottonwood Springs wrote they needed a man. See here?
What's wrong with that?
Whoever wrote this letter signed your name to it. Listen. Dear sir, my entire herd of cattle was stolen once, and I replaced it. The new herd was run off, but I got it back. Send a man before they wipe me out. Signed Nugget Clark.
Well, it seems to me it don't take any fancy detecting to figure out that the man and the name goes together. I wrote you.
You did?
Sure. Got to keep my capital liquid. I can't afford to keep on replacing my cow herd. I'd rather pay a range detective and have the whole thing settled once and for all.
Well, the express money order you sent us was good.
Sure, that's only retainer. Why, them cows are valuable. Want to look them over?
After I eat.
We got plenty of time before supper. Besides, you can hear Marigay's dinner bell from any place on my range.
Invention?
Yeah. My invention. I'm always inventing something. Got to oil the wheels of progress. Here it is, 1885, and we're still using kerosene lamps and riding horses. Shucks, we just don't get nowhere. Yonder they stand.
All three of them?
Yeah, faith, hope, and charity. Them are mighty valuable animals. I can't afford to have them stolen. But this running out looking for them every night is cutting into my rest.
Have you ever considered bringing them in at night?
Well, that wouldn't do at all. They're being fed on my patented experimental supplemental feed. Got to keep them on range conditions or the experiment wouldn't make any sense. You ought to know that.
Yeah, sure. I ought to.
Weigh them in every night? Well, shucks, throw their weight off if they didn't sleep out.
You'll just have to dig out your bedroll and sleep with them. Well, the fellows in the Denver office hear this one. I come all the way down here to track down 3 cows.
Now, the trouble with you young fellas is that you're always worrying what other people think about you. Learn to relax, like me. You got to tone that bell down. Made it for Marigay. Means supper. Yours goes on your expense account.
Sounds good to me, old-timer. I'll come by for supper.
Yes, sir, we're going to get some action around here. Going to separate the saints from the sinners. This here Rocky Lane is a range detective. He's working for me.
You don't need a detective. You need a nurse to keep you from blowing us all up with that dynamite of yours.
Sit down, neat.
Thanks.
Was Nugget telling us the truth? Are you really a detective he hired to protect his 3 cows?
My experimental herd.
Well, it's true. I do work for an investigating outfit sometimes.
And he's going to find out... Ow.
All right. I'm working for you.
Don't go telling everybody in town about it.
Already have.
Whoever's been running your cows off is probably right here now.
Never thought of that.
It's about time you did.
Hold on, Lane. Couldn't be. I know them cows are valuable. Barrows is only a banker. He wouldn't want a cow. Jim Benson. Between running his freight lines and making love to Mary Gay. Too busy. Besides, nice boy. There's Curly Warren down the street. Yeah, he's too old and too fat to be running off any cows. And there's Howard Sanders. Oh, no, Rocky. Couldn't be anybody who lives in Cottonwood Springs. Unless you suspect Marygate.
Here's a piece of potato you forgot.
Thanks.
Well, if you mention everybody in town.
Yeah, except the wagon drivers are passing through. Reckon it's up to me to think who was in town every time my cows would run off. I'm beginning to get an idea. I sure get me a good idea.
I don't like the looks that old goat's giving me.
You speaking to me?
Yeah. If that conversation's about me, it's time I taught you a lesson. Fight's over. Just let that gun alone.
This is even, Jim.
If I were you, Rocky, I wouldn't pass any dry gulches for a day or so.
Much obliged. I wasn't figuring on entering any place backwards. You say this is about the time of night they usually go after your cows?
Yeah. Most likely they'll come again tonight. 2 nights out of 3 they've been running them off.
Well, lock up and let's get out of here. Maybe we can find out something.
Good. But look here, Rocky. We ain't gone over any schedule of payments for you yet.
Now, don't go offering me an interest in your patent supplemental cow feed. I'll get my regular pay. There's a lot of good cow country around here, and it's to my outfit's interest to see it stays that way.
All right, just so long as you don't think me a charity case.
I don't, but let's go. Nothing will happen as long as they know we're right here. We can keep our eye on this place from the lunchroom and see who's missing from town.
No need to watch. Anyone goes after my cows, my new invention will set off an alarm that'll arouse the whole neighborhood.
All right, but let's go, huh?
Hold it, Muley. Don't turn. You don't want that whip shot out of your hands, do you?
Rocky Lane.
Wrong, friend. I'm on your side. Planning to do anything about Lane?
If I get him out of town, sure.
It's easy enough. Just run off Nugget's cows.
Who'd chase them sorry critters?
Lane would. He's paid to. You heard Nugget. Rocky Lane's a range detective Nugget hired.
I thought that was just some of Nugget's jabbering.
Try running off his cows and see.
Maybe I will.
Revenge is a nice thing. But money's nicer. Stand there for a minute, then pick up something. Run those cows far enough out of town so no one will hear your gun.
So then I worked on a thing that let people talk to each other over a wire. Sort of a telegraph, only voices could be heard. But I dropped it because I figured it wasn't worth nothing.
Did it work?
Well, sure it did. But who'd want it? Folks talk too much anyways. It was just like my horseless carriage.
I still think that horseless carriage was a good idea, Nugget.
Yeah, but why would people buy coal oil to travel around on when grass is free?
Sounds reasonable.
It works! She works! I was afraid of that. Building up an intensity against the diaphragm.
What is it, Nugget?
Nugget Clark patent proximity alarm for cow seed.
Cow seed?
Sure, I put one out on my feeding range in case anyone touches my cows. They're going again. No use in hurrying. I'll get a light. No need to get all excited. My patent alarm here locks them cows up tight as a drum.
Afraid the lock didn't lock this time.
Well, you don't perfect a patent all at one time, you know.
Well, you can't get ruled out for trying.
That's too bad, Nugget.
I'm trailing them, Nugget. I got a feeling they ran the cows off to draw us away from here.
They stole them cows because they're valuable cows.
Now, try it my way. I'll get your cows back. You stay here and see what happens. What are you? A cat with 9 lives? This is twice tonight.
Now what happens? You gonna lock me up, shoot me, or what?
I just plan on talking to you.
I ain't much on talking.
All right. Blackjack. Now get your horse. You're going to work.
Yeah?
You're rounding up Nugget's cows and taking them back.
Why?
One reason is because I got this gun on you. The other is to give you time to think.
Think about what?
Think about what's going to happen to you if you don't talk.
I said before, I ain't much on talking.
That's close enough, stranger.
It's me, Rocky. Nugget. Nugget Clark.
I thought I asked you to stay in the office.
But, Rocky, I saw that man following you.
So did I. It was Muley Price.
Oh, no, Rocky.
That's all right. You meant well.
I'm sorry.
Don't let it worry you. Leaving Muley loose may lead us to something interesting. He knows I can't do anything much to him for this, or I'd be known as 3 Cow Lane the rest of my life. I can't help but wonder what happened in town while we were gone. I'll ride in and see while you round up your cows.
Muley here?
Over there, mister.
Remember me?
I kind of thought it was you.
You didn't do so well. Rocky Lane and Nugget just brought those cows back.
There'll be another time.
Maybe so. Here,
What's this?
take your men into town to drink to that next time.
I kind of like working for you.
Yeah? Just one more thing. See that your men make plenty of noise. Plenty.
What are we covering up for?
Do you care?
With this? Hey, you guys, come here. Look at this.
Money?
What do you think? Come on, let's get to town.
Well, I put Faith, Hope, and Charity back in the corral. But I'm still uneasy about making you turn that muley loose.
There's somebody behind Muley.
You mean after me cows?
Forget your cows. It's something else. Could be one of your inventions. What's this?
Oh, just some copper ore. Used to be a lot of mining going on around here. You mean I go out after my cows and they come in my place and steal something? That's it. Anything missing?
How should I know? You better check on it.
Yeah. This is my perpetual motion machine. This is my wireless telegraph. This is my camera that takes pictures that move around.
All these things work?
Almost. Somebody's going to have to buy us a new town if Muley don't get checked.
Come on, open up, Pop. All we want is a drink. A couple of bottles will do it. Come on, you're going to get hurt now if you don't get out of the way. Look out, Pop, we're going in. I tell you, the place is closed. Come on, Pop, open up there. You're going to get hurt, Pop.
Using another of your 9 lives, huh?
We want a bottle. Sanders says the place is closed and we're going to open it.
You're awful rich all of a sudden, aren't you?
All we want's a bottle.
You've had enough bottles.
Need any help, Rocky?
No, thanks, just the same, Jim. Ready to talk yet, Muley?
I ain't got nothing to talk about, cowboy. Come on.
I'll stay here with Sanders a while, Rocky.
Well, they won't be back. A funny time of night to be going on a bat, isn't it?
Maybe they were drinking up at the wagon camp.
Maybe so.
Might as well go inside.
wonder where Barrows is.
There he is now, beating Jim Benson's time, keeping Marigay out of the way of trouble.
Good night, Mary Jane.
Good night, Bill.
Barrows.
Town's getting worse and worse. No place at all for a nice girl.
You don't seem sorry she's here. You got the keys to the bank with you?
Why, yes. You don't think
Let's get over there, huh?
What are you up to, Jim?
Why, running my freight line, courting your daughter?
Yes, and I wished I'd have dropped dead before she joined me here and met you.
Oh, now, that's not nice. I'll make a perfect son-in-law. Prosperous, ambitious.
It's not a subject I'm liable to laugh about. What are you up to, Jim? Muley's working for you, isn't he?
Since tonight, yes. And so are you, Vigilante Sanders.
You can count me out this time.
I wish I could, but if you're not on my side, then I'll have to get rid of you. And it would break Marigay's heart to see the marshals come and take you back to Colorado. Think it over.
everything seems to be all right.
Well, it was just a hunch. That ruckus of Muley's doesn't make much sense, unless he was trying to cover up something.
Ain't nothing left in town worth stealing that ain't in your bank.
You don't have to worry about my bank. This is the finest vault west of the Mississippi. Chilled steel on all four walls.
They say there never was a safe that didn't need watching.
I have the place cleaned every morning, but people are always tracking in dirt.
I wasn't criticizing your housekeeping. I was just wondering where this copper ore came from. You don't know, do you?
No, I don't, Lane.
All right. What do I do?
This town's built on old copper mines.
What are you going to do? Salt them and sell them?
No, I'm only interested in one of the mines. The old Blue Bonnet that runs directly under Nugget's corral in the direction of the bank. I've been tunneling that shaft at night while Nugget's out chasing after his cows.
Oh. Then you're the one who's been running off Nugget's cows.
Certainly. I couldn't risk his hearing me digging underneath him. Besides, I also had to steal his dynamite.
Then yesterday, when Lane found you in that explosion...
I almost got blown up trying to use Nugget's charges. The old chimpanzee makes his own fuses. Can't figure out the timing.
Why all the dig and the dynamite?
To blow up that bank vault. There's $20,000 in there for the aqueduct fund, which I need.
25.
No, there's blank paper in the box where my company's 5,000 is supposed to be. I already had to palm that.
Always had expensive taste, didn't you?
As my future father-in-law, you should be glad. Marigay will live in style. This Lane coming here is no help. Had to change my plans. That's why I had Muley start that ruckus tonight. Now I'll need your help.
All right. I'll help you. Just to keep you quiet. But remember, no killing.
Stay on your horse, Rocky. I'm going along with you.
Maybe you better hang around here.
They never bother me in the daylight. You're riding out to see them old copper mines just outside of town, ain't you?
That's right. I'm interested in finding out who tracked that copper sludge into your office and to the bank.
Good. Well, while you're looking over the mines, I'll set off a few blasts and see if I can hit water.
All right, let's go.
There. You'll find everything you need in the wagon behind the bank, Howard. Give me a half an hour to get out of town and get busy. No one will suspect you. And I'm going riding with Marigay as an alibi.
I'm afraid your alibi has already been spoken for.
All the better. Barrows can come along with us. Then there won't be anybody at the bank to see you.
No, not yet. Every mine I saw hasn't been visited in years. There's more on the east side, isn't there?
Yeah.
Does this happen very often?
No, sir, it sure don't. I've been setting charges for years, and I know my business, too. I'll just go out and see what's wrong.
Hold it. That thing goes off while you're close to it. You'll never know what hit you.
Got any better IDs?
Yeah. I've seen this done on the railroad. Give me one of those sticks. And a fuse. Another dud.
Yeah, I can't figure it. This ain't never happened before. Dirt. Plain green dirt. Some monkey's been a-mucking with my dynamite.
Green dirt, huh? Copper ore.
They're all that way. Copper ore. Just like we seen in my office last night.
And later in the bank.
The bank? Yeah.
Wagon load of dynamite in back of my bank. I can't understand it.
It's nearly Price. He's a cow thief and a bully.
He was out of town this morning. He hauled out west empty to pick up a load of freight.
No, Dad. He went north.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Point is, it wasn't him. Gentlemen, this town needs some law.
You're right, Howard. What we need is a vigilante committee.
Good idea, Jim. And I guess you're the man to head it. The first thing you'd better do is find out if there are any more explosives in town.
All right. Sure, I got some. Enough for 8 or 10 shots. Locked in the express company's safe.
Turn it in, Nugget. I'll lock it in the bank vault here.
There isn't enough dynamite there to do any damage, Barrows?
And I ain't to turn that in, not on your interest rate. I'm taking that dynamite and my stethoscope out, and I'm working night and day until I hit water.
I've almost had my bank blown up once. I'm not taking any more chances. Turn it in.
We're not accusing you, Nugget. It's just that we'd all be safer if your dynamite was locked up.
Safer than nothing. If you people had used your heads for something more than a place to keep your mouths, you'd know your only chance to get out of the trouble we're in is to put your trust in the fine mind of Nugget Clark.
And all get blown higher than kites.
Seems to me that most of the trouble we have comes from having you around here, Nugget. You're leaving us no choice but to place you under arrest.
No, you don't. I've told you what was wrong. My bet is the man you're looking for is right here in town. And he'll still be here when I'm gone. And I'm leaving now.
What are you doing, Lane? This is going to nick him in the leg. Stop him was all.
I think Nugget's right.
What do you do? That's right, you are working for Nugget. Maybe in more ways than one.
But Jim, he saved your life.
Maybe he didn't, maybe he didn't. Maybe he hasn't helped us as much as he's led us to believe.
Jim's right. All our troubles got here the same time as Wayne.
Since we can't prove it, we'll give you a break, Lane. 15 minutes to get out of town.
Howdy, Rocky.
Hello, Nugget.
I've been looking for you.
Your friends in town thought I ought to join you.
I figured them buzzard heads would be throwing you out next. Got any new ideas?
No, just the same old ones. Whoever's been stealing your cows has been doing this blasting. Trying to pry open that bank.
Yeah, I know. But who? Well, I got one thing figured out. Whoever it was that set off that blast that knocked out Jim Benson wasn't counting on your wandering by. And if Jim hadn't come back, there'd have been a search party.
Which would have drawn off every man in town.
Or even one man to blow the bank.
Oh, thanks.
Bobby. I'm sticking to Muley Price.
He pulled out up north. This morning before the trouble started.
Headed west, I heard.
Miss Marigay said something on the bank about his changing his mind. What's up north?
North? Ain't nothing up north. By golly.
What is it?
Sullivan. Sullivan's in the north of here. Do you know what's up at Sullivan? A load, waiting for me.
Dynamite?
Enough to wipe out Cottonwood Springs and smooth away the scars. Let's go. What'd he say?
Well, first, we got to make sure he did go north. When it gets dark, we'll ride into town and check with Miss Marigay. Vigilantes. They spotted us. Let's go. Everybody in town will be going to eat pretty soon.
Yeah. I want to go up the office and see if anybody's been after my dynamite.
Good idea.
Gotta feed my cows, too.
Be sure and give my regards to Charity. When you get through, bring our horses over back to the lunchroom. temporarily.
You shouldn't come back. They've organized vigilantes.
Yes, I know. They helped this town commit suicide. Listen, today in the bank, you said something about Muley Price. You said he went north. Where?
Why, he drove his train up to Sullivan.
Everybody else seems to think he went west.
Yes, but I heard him tell that driver of his, that Blackie, that he changed his mind. Why?
There's enough dynamite at Sullivan's to blow this town clean off the map.
Tried to bring the horses around, but someone spotted me. Let's go after.
Get our heads blown off? By now, everybody in town is out looking for us. Let's get around to the street.
Anyone see who it was? I saw Nugget. He and Lane must be in town.
Not for long. As soon as they move a little, I'm riding for Sullivan's.
Taking a train back for Denver, huh?
Taking a wagon train back for here.
Mueller's train. Then we'll be able to find out who's taking it to and where.
Not we, just me. You get back to the hills after you cover me, while I ride out of town.
Well, sir, only wish I was going along with you. Well, sir, I'll cover you like you've never been covered before. Stay right here.
I want Rocky Lane taken, and I want him held.
Is this one of those dead or alive deals?
I certainly hope there won't be any killing. But it's only fair to warn you, men. Lane knows how to use those guns he carries.
I'll admit Rocky Lane seems mighty stubborn in backing up Nugget. And I'll admit Nugget seems to have just about blown up this town, but I don't see where that adds up to a dead or alive order.
Howard, no one in this town respects you more than I do. But we've got to keep the peace, even if we have to kill Lane.
Sounds good, don't it?
What is that?
It's my talking machine. But that's me talking. Only it's running too fast.
I'm warning you, Jim. No killing.
It's a swell cover-up. I'm on my way.
You ain't. That's only my talking machine. Howard's been shot.
Squawking to cover Lane's getting away.
Rocky didn't shoot him.
You're going to be all right, Howard. Bullet just nicked you in the arm.
I told you.
Don't worry,
Jim.
we'll get Lane. In the meantime, two of your men hang on to Nugget there. If you have to tie him up, there's plenty of rope in town.
Come on, Pete, Joe, Bill. Let's see if we can catch Lane. I'll watch him a while.
How you feeling, Howard?
Every year of my age. It's quite a night. Nugget? How'd you like to move over to your office?
Yeah, good idea. Give me a chance to work on my invention.
Marygate,
Yes, Dad.
I'm taking Nugget over to his place.
All right.
Let's go.
Just a minute, Howard. Keep an eye on Nugget. I hope you've learned your lesson, Howard.
I've learned a lot.
I'm glad. Sincerely glad. It won't be much longer. Just till Muley Price's wagon train gets back from Sullivan's.
That's right. Not much longer.
That's all, Blackie. Me and Pete unloaded already. You head for the Blue Bonnet mine. We'll water teams and catch up with you. We're traveling empty.
Well, I ain't gonna hurry carrying this load.
What's the matter? You scared?
No, but listen, Muley. When you catch up to me, none of your wild, crazy driving and getting my team all riled up wanting to race.
We like a race, don't we?
Sure. But not with me carrying this load of dynamite. Hey, who am I delivering this load to, Muley?
You just get to the Blue Bonnet mine. You'll get your pay.
Seems to me you could sell these things, Nugget.
Why? I just invent them to prove that I can. The world's so full of chowderheads, they don't deserve the fine brains of a Nugget Clark. Now you take this little fella here.
What is that thing?
Machine for flying around through the air. Runs on coal oil. Ought to run real good, too.
Flying machine, huh? Oh, that's wonderful. That'll level the mountains like they weren't there.
Yeah. Leave an awful gap in the scenery. Howard, what's on your mind?
You got a fresh record for this thing?
Yeah.
I've got an idea I might suddenly run into another accident. Kind of like to leave a trace of what really happened.
Talk right in there.
Yeah. Yeah. You better take this, Nugget. You've got two good arms. Jim Benson and I met in a Colorado gold town. I'd gone there from the east, leaving my daughter with her mother. My real name is Sanders, because I couldn't explain changing it to my daughter. Jim Benson had a different name in those days. The gold strike was petering out, and there were a lot of broke miners around. Some of them were pretty lawless. A vigilante committee was organized. Jim was made the chairman, and I worked with him.
Hey, there goes Lane's horse.
He's not here. Blackie's wagon. Maybe he's there. Come on.
So we stole the money because the town trusted us as vigilantes. We bought into Cottonwood Springs, and we were going to go straight.
That's a pretty rough story.
Yeah. Then my wife died. Narragay came west and joined me. Now she's in love with Benson. I never murdered anyone. It was always Jim. He shot me to scare me because I was opposing his vigilante methods.
You'd make a nice son-in-law.
He could have killed me. He's a good shot. Even that won't stop him now. He's just waiting for a wagon load of dynamite from Sullivan's.
We may be all right, Howard. Rocky Lane is headed for Sullivan's. He's going to try and take that dynamite away from Muley Price.
Come on, get up. Get up. Get up there. You're driving this wagon to the Blue Bonnet mine. Don't try any tricks. I'll be right behind you. Get rolling.
Over here, make it fast. I'll take this box. Help me with the rest.
Put that box down, Benson.
I got him, Rocky!
Don't shoot, Nugget. That's some of your dynamite.
Don't go in there, Rocky!
Stand still. No, sit down. Here, tie your feet together.
Hold it! Drop that gun, Benson.
Back up and get out of here, Lane. I'm pointing my gun straight at this dynamite. It'll blow us both up.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. But I got Benson.
Hey, we better get out of here. Hey, look! Dang it, if we didn't take the short way home. Look.
I heard the blast. What happened?
Yeah, it was Jim Benson.
He came within just a few feet of tunnelling under your bank to blow it up.
I never knowed I had an old mine right under my corral. Come in handy, though, if I want to grow me some mushrooms. Hey, look, he's coming! I'm rich! I'm the richest man in the world! Yeah, I got me an artesian well right here in the middle of the wilderness.
Say goodbye to Nugget for me. If he ever pulls himself loose from that flying machine, I'm going to send you two a wedding present.
Are you all right?
Sure. Who'd want a ding-dang flying machine anyway?
Well, take care of yourselves. Good luck.